Hey guys, we just want to acknowledge that we are aware that today's episode is releasing on September 11th. We didn't overlook it. It's completely unintentional. We're just trying to get back into the swing of podcasting. So we wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the families that did lose a loved one in the 9/11 tragedy. For all of those families, we are truly and deeply sorry for your loss. In the meantime, we're going to dive straight into the episode. Welcome to the Ditzy Chicks with Jamie and Mary.
I'm Jamie.
I'm Mary. Welcome back.
Hello.
We-
It's good to be back.
I know we accidentally took a 1 month hiatus, and I was thinking last night, I was like, why? Well, like, what started us like just kind of losing it? Because we didn't stop on purpose. We just kind of like fell
No.
out of it because we got busy. And what happened was I worked band camp. And then
Oh yeah, we couldn't record that
right,
whole
'cause
week.
that whole week, Sunday I worked at my job.
Mhm.
Then I Monday through Friday worked band camp, and then that Saturday is when I went to the lake with all of my friends.
Mhm.
And then the next few weeks after that, we were both busy, and we just never found the time, and we just kind of fell out of it. And then we had started canning and doing a bunch of that kind of stuff.
Yep.
That failed,
And that didn't work out. Cuz we're noobs.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
You only learn
got to
one
start
way.
somewhere.
Yeah.
At first you suck, and then all of a sudden you're good at it after a while. And we're going to suck at it for a little
No,
bit.
I need to immediately be good at everything ever all the time.
Oh my gosh. My my Jupiter in Virgo is like, you have to be good at this or you fail forever. And I'm like, but I can't.
That's so funny.
Can't. I have to work up to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're back now, and hopefully we don't do any impromptu hiatuses again.
I mean,
but
the fall's approaching. There's not really anything happening because like your kids would have gone back to school. There's
and
more
thankfully
time now.
my kids aren't in sports.
Yeah.
I know some people are like, oh, I want my kids in sports, and I'm like, no, that is so much of a headache for me.
I think my mom definitely, like, I did basketball and band, and that's really all I did, and my mom was just happy I did those. But I don't know, I think my mom kind of wished that my brother and I both were a little more involved in sports and stuff because she likes going to those kinds of things. But I'm just like,
So did my mom.
yeah.
We came from a family that was bigger in sports, and then when I came around, I tried. I gave a good effort, but my heart wasn't in it.
Yeah.
I just
and it's hard to do something when your heart's not in it.
Yeah, I'm actually built to be an athletic person.
Yeah.
But I don't like it. I don't mind working out or anything like that, but I'm just not a competitive person.
Right.
I don't have it in me to be competitive.
I'm
it's
not
not I don't
competitive
care
either.
about it.
Yeah, no, being competitive is just not who I am. I'm very much of like I do things because they're fun type person, and that's why I stopped doing basketball, is because when I tried doing it my freshman year, I went to basketball camp in the summer, and it felt different. Like the energy of the team was significantly different because now we're not playing just to play anymore. Now we're playing to get into colleges. We're playing to beat other teams. There's
other agendas for it.
It just wasn't fun for me anymore, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to do that on top of I just kind of generally didn't like some of the girls on the team. And I was like, okay, I'm not subjecting myself to this because I've got other things to worry about.
You're also a Sagittarius sun, so you're like, hey, this doesn't interest me, so I'm not gonna do it.
3 other Sagittarius placements too.
Yeah.
I'm Sagittarius tried and true.
Heavy in I don't like this, so
I'm
not gonna do it.
That you just summed me up.
Yeah.
In like 3 words. That was more than 3 words, but
my chart just summed me up with 3 planets.
Yeah. Honestly.
But
that sounds like a TV show, 3 planets and a sun. It's a really bad TV show. Like it's like a
like 2.5 Men.
What's it? Third Rock from the Sun?
Oh yeah, 30 Rock.
No, Third Rock from the Sun.
Oh, that was a different one? Because 30 Rock.
30 Rock is different.
Yeah.
Third Rock from the Sun is about this family of aliens that crash on Earth, and then they can't get back to their home planet. So they're aliens that look like humans that are trying to figure out how to be human. The guy that I don't remember his name, John Lithgow, I think, the guy that voices Lord Farquaad, he's in it. Austin Powers, the girl that plays
Princess Fiona?
A lot
Or,
of
I mean,
Princess Fiona.
I was
No,
thinking of
yeah,
Shrek
no,
because you said Lord Farquaad.
a lot of
A lot
vagina.
of vagina.
Yeah, her. She's in it. There's two other people that you would know that's in it that I can't
Mhm.
name, but it was on Netflix a while ago, like in 2014, and my mom watched it for a little bit.
Oh,
So I
that was
watched
a
it
while
with
ago.
her.
That was 9 years ago.
That was 9 years ago.
Yeah, you
Holy
realize that now?
shit. That was my
It's
freshman year of
clicking.
high school, dude.
See, and that feels like 9 years. Like that's 9 years ago for
Right.
you. That was when my son was born. I have a child that's almost a decade old.
Jesus Christ.
I can't believe that. I'm still 23, aren't I? Like, what the hell?
Jamie, I'm 23.
Fuck you.
Sorry, I will be 23 in a few months, so I'm not 23 yet. Almost this close.
You're jumping the gun there.
Yeah. I like jumping the
You're
gun.
not good enough to be 23 yet, Mary.
I'm inexperienced. Mom, come pick me up. I'm inexperienced.
What's that? Wasn't that like that was a Vine, wasn't it? It was like,
I don't remember.
Mom, can you come pick me up? I'm scared.
Oh yeah, that was like a meme for a
It was a
while.
meme,
It was like
okay.
but also it went from Mom pick me up. The fuck?
I'm so sorry.
I
kept
thought
hitting the
you're
thing.
okay. I thought it was my child, and I'm like, when the fuck did she get in here? But no, it went from Mom pick me up, I'm scared, to Mom, I threw up.
Mom, I threw up.
Mom, I threw up. Actually, last night when we went to my mom's for my stepdad's birthday, I was talking about how silently my daughter wakes up to my mom. But I also had told my mom about how the other night we're, trying to get her to sleep in her own bed. And the other night she woke up at like 1 or 2 in the morning, somewhere between that time. And I didn't hear her walking. I didn't hear her on the baby monitor, but I just felt her hand on my head. And she goes, Mom. And I picked her up and I was telling my mom about it. And she's like, well, that's better than what you used to do. You used to just stand there and stare at me until I woke up and I thought you were a ghost. And she's like,
You are creepy as shit.
Dude, literally. I mean, well, imagine your child is
Yeah.
a towhead who's pale as shit in a nightgown, staring dead into your eyes while you're sleeping at 3:00 in the morning. Literally
Fucking
creepy
alien
as shit.
ass motherfucker. You wake up and see your kids staring at you. What the hell?
My mom had to remind herself several times that I was not a ghost, and she repeatedly told me, like, you have to tell me when you're awake. Like, you have to tell me when you want something. You can't just stare at me.
Because you look so ghostly.
Dude, literally. Pale as shit, blonde as shit, nightgown.
Your mom
9 years
dressed
old,
you
probably.
up in like old Victorian clothes. You're like that Victorian child that died 40 years ago.
Just put bells on me.
We had to do that with my daughter because she would wake up for a while. We didn't put bells on her, but because she would move around when she slept. So you couldn't put a bell on her or anything. It wasn't for lack of trying, though. But then my husband was like, well, I just set up a bunch of her noisy toys right in front of her door, like all strategically placed. So if she woke up and tried to walk out, she would get stopped by this awesome noisy toy that she's like, oh yeah.
You see, I thought about doing
this.
that with our daughter, but my brain was like, I don't want her to trip over anything in the middle of the night when she's trying to make her way to our bed.
Mhm.
I mean, because like she's silent when she's walking around, but then she makes sound when she's at the bed. So I'm not worried about her being creepy. I can't hear her when she wakes up until she's there. Or like last night, I had just put her to bed and she had been asleep for like an hour, and I didn't hear her on the baby monitor, but I heard her in the room. And so I go in there and I check on her, and she's in like the living room portion of our room, just like with her head laying on the couch. And I had the Roku going, but it wasn't playing anything. It was just like playing all the like previews, like the the images for things. She's just watching that. Aww. And I picked her up and I put her back to sleep. I mean, she's just quiet.
She's quiet.
She always has been.
Yeah.
Even you said earlier that she's so silent because she snuck up on me.
Yeah. Well, when you can't take a couple steps backwards to turn around. You have to immediately turn around to see if she's behind you, because she will creep up behind you and you won't hear her.
Not even little pitter patters.
That's so different than my oldest. If you actually pay attention, he stomps so much around the house. It's insane.
Like Mom.
Yeah, like he doesn't even realize he does it. Like, he just when he
just
walks
has
around,
heavy steps.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I'm like, what is this? Where do you get this? Because like me, I used to move with the wind too. I was silent. And I made a game out of it. For years, I would just be like focusing on, okay, I'm going to move around the house so that nobody hears me. Nobody needs to know where I'm at.
Yeah.
Like I just need to quietly walk up to people. If I scare them, then that's their fault for being unprepared.
Yep.
And I literally did that
That's
for
so
years.
funny.
Like, and it wasn't like an
It's
off-on
their
thing.
fault for being unprepared.
Yeah. Like it was like Lloyd Christmas in Dumb and Dumber 2 vibes when he's like in a psych ward for 20 years.
Oh,
it's all a joke.
I've barely seen Dumb and Dumber 2. For a second, I thought you were talking about Dumb and Dumberer. And I'm like, no, they're different. Those are two different things.
No, the actual
I think I've only seen the second one once. And it was when my grandpa was still alive because I was watching it with him at his house. And I haven't really watched it since. I probably should. It wasn't a bad movie. It was really good.
Yeah. I need to watch it again too because it was a while ago that I watched it also. And I think I only watched it once also.
Family movie night. Dumb and Dumber marathon.
Tonight.
We have to watch Dumb and Dumberer, Dumb and Dumber, Dumb and Dumber 2. Chronological order. It's such a weird... What a random movie to choose to have a marathon for.
Yeah.
I think that's the last movie I would have ever picked to have a marathon for. Usually people are like, Harry Potter marathon. Or like, whatever. What else?
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. You know, I like Lord of the Rings. I fucks with Lord of the Rings.
You know what was in that box?
That Lord of the Rings?
Yep. Well, because, okay, so a long, long time ago, I'm talking like when I was in maybe 10th grade. A long, long time ago in 10th grade.
When she was 92 years old.
I was at Marshall's with my mom, and I think Dylan was there also. And I saw the Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, but the box that it was in was like, it looked like a book. So it was like the extended version, and it had like 4 discs. It
was like a promotion thing almost. Not a promotion thing, but like a special edition.
Yes. Okay. It was a special edition, extended edition, and the case felt like a fake leather, and it looked like the binding looked like a book binding. So when you put it on your shelf, it looks like a book.
That's cool as
with
shit.
The tree on it and everything. And I wanted to get it, and it was only like $15. And Mom was like, oh yeah, sure, go ahead and get that. But of course it was Return of the King, so it's the third one.
Yeah.
So I could never find the first or second one because, you know, when you go to Marshall's, they never have the same shit ever. So just recently, after 15 years, I finally bought those other two, the first one, The Fellowship of the Ring, and the Two Towers. Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. A lot of people didn't like The Hobbit. I actually really enjoyed The Hobbit. My mom liked The Hobbit. Like, I know it doesn't super follow the book.
Have you seen the
Muffin Man?
I thought we knew the Muffin Man, not seen the Muffin Man.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Just because we know him doesn't mean we've seen him.
Just like Santa.
No, have you seen the clips of Benedict Cumberbatch? Sorry, I almost forgot his name.
Is it Batch or Bach? I always said Bach. Benedict Cumberbatch.
That makes more sense. But everyone around me, when he was really getting into his acting, was like in like the mid 2010s, my freshman year of high school.
Yeah,
everybody was saying Batch. So that's just how it's been in my brain. But also, we live in a small town, so who knows?
Well, herd mentality. Not everyone around you is correct, too.
You're right.
A lot of times we just follow what other people are
doing. When you're 14, living in the town we live in.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know that, though.
Yep.
We're going to go with Bach. That feels more right.
Yeah. It probably isn't. I might be wrong, too. Like, I would have to hear somebody, and I would have to hear him say his own name. But I'm going to tell you a story about that. So.
I didn't finish my train of thought.
Do you still have it?
Yes.
Okay.
Have you seen the clip of Benedict Cumberbatch as he's playing Smaug and he's got like the
suit
suit
on,
and he's like crawling around the floor. It's really funny. It's really good knowing that they did it that way, but if you have no context to why he's doing that, it looks like he's just high as shit living his life.
I'm gonna tell you, I used to do that when I was little. Like, if I could get paid for a profession, it would be to be in the dot suit so they can use my actions to animate monsters.
Okay, here, hold on.
Because I used to do that. Like, I used to like act like dragons and dinosaurs and everything, and I used to run on all fours.
This is what we were talking about the other day, where when you were talking about your son, he's not very imaginative.
Yeah.
Like, he's creative but not imaginative. And I said, no, I feel the same way. I didn't do that type of shit when I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I was very realistic with my play. Hold on.
Gotcha. I was very realistic with my play.
What? Oh, here.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Ah.
One more time.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
See, she says batch, but I feel like she's uncultured. I think she's an uncultured swine.
Maybe you can find a clip of him saying his name. We can move on while I find it.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
want it to be like an awkward silence.
So I have some stories about following the crowd and then being wrong when I knew I was right in the first place. Well, like, okay, I remember being in high school and we were reading about like Greek. I think we were reading Greek plays or something.
Oh.
Too. Well, because there's the city of Thebes, right? It's Thebes. And I knew that. Why did I know that?
Thebes?
No, they were saying Phoebes. And that's how it was read. And nobody corrected
That's wrong.
it. We were all reading aloud. The teacher did not correct anybody. So then it got to me, because, you know, you take turns reading aloud. And I also said Phoebes. And because I'm like, this isn't right, but the teacher isn't correcting us. And I'm not going to be the odd one out, like saying it weird when everyone else said it the wrong way.
Yeah.
But then I'm the weird one, like correcting
fuck that. Be weird.
it. I know. And I was so afraid to do that in high school. And then, of course, the teacher's like, it's actually pronounced Thebes. And
why
didn't
she say something beforehand? Why did she let
I think
all
she
you
was waiting for
be
somebody. She was waiting for somebody to say it correctly.
Yeah, but as
yeah.
But that's
whatever. You do, though, like when you're trying to, like, you kind of have to let us see what Squirt does flying solo,
I guess,
to see if anyone can come up with the correct way. And of course nobody did, because we're not being corrected, which is like, you're supposed to learn at some point in your adolescent part of life that you can't always follow the crowd.
Yeah.
And that was a very small thing to happen, but it was a very big thing in my mind.
Defining moment, core memory, if you will.
It kind of was to, hey, it doesn't matter what everyone else is doing. If you know something is different than what they're all doing, just do the different thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just do it.
I think I found it.
Just do it.
Hello, my name is Benedict Cumberbatch. I need no
It's
introduction.
Batch? I'm so surprised.
It sounds a bit like a fart in the bar. I'm Benedict Cumberbatch. Bendy Dick, come on my baps.
What did you find?
Didn't know that was I've never
That's
opened
saucy.
This. I never opened this before. Did not think that was going to be in there. You're welcome.
I'm going to go home and lock myself in my room and listen to that.
Benedict, come on my back. I think is what he said. Jesus Christ.
Cucumber batch. Actually, do you know, because he was Smaug in The Hobbit, there's this picture that was taken, I think, on the red carpet or whenever the movie premiered, and it was a picture of the cast, but he came up behind the cast with his arms wide and his like mouth open, like pretending to be the dragon, because that was his character. And me and my brother thought it was so funny that for like 3 months, anytime somebody took a picture of us in like a group, one of us would go, hey,
that sounds like something you guys would do.
Yeah.
I can picture both of you doing that.
Yep. it was a thing for a little bit because we thought it was the funniest shit in the world.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think that was when my son was my oldest was like a year old too.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like what, a junior in school? I think he was like a sophomore. Like it was like a while ago. Because
because your oldest was 3 when we started dating, and I started dating Dylan the end of his senior year.
Yeah. And Dylan and I, it was Christmas Day. I think it was my son's first Christmas. It was my son's first Christmas, and Mom and Dad and Dylan actually came over to my house to celebrate Christmas with us that morning. And Dylan and I had a full Hobbit and Lord of the Rings marathon that day.
Wow.
Fucking all day long.
Mm.
It was just what happened. Like we found it on. We didn't have to pay for it at the time, so we're like, oh yeah, let's just watch this.
Yeah.
And we just sat there watching it on my couch all day, Christmas Day. So that was fun. Segue, you know what's a great thing for a marathon? Supernatural.
Dude, I binge watched Supernatural twice. They kind of lose me after it's been a long time since it's aired. So sorry. Spoilers? ? But it's been so long that I shouldn't have to say spoilers.
You're right. I would say let's leave out spoilers for like the last 2 seasons. Because even, I mean, like the last season just came out, what, like a year and a half, 2 years ago?
3? They last aired in 2020 or 2019.
No, because they had to wait for a while because of COVID.
Oh.
So it was
I just got a Facebook memory that popped up saying that Jensen was keeping the Impala, and that post was in 2020.
Yeah. At the end of 2020, maybe the beginning of 20. I think it was the end of 2020 and the beginning of 2021. I blocked out a lot of COVID. I think a lot of people have.
Why are you doing the thing you're doing? Get the hell out of here.
But before we get into the supernatural stuff, before I came over here to record with Mary, I stopped at our local farm market, which is Dietrich's Produce, and I got us iced lattes, and they're so good. The chocolate dip strawberry is what I got for both of us, and it's like my favorite.
I haven't even
there.
tried mine yet. I
probably you bitch.
Before the sorry, I was finishing my hot coffee that I made this morning.
Fuck your hot coffee. I bought you a latte, bitch.
Let's see. Live
taste test.
Taste test.
You can hear your lips smacking. Sick.
It's good. I don't know how to feel about the strawberry because I've never had strawberry in coffee before.
Yeah.
I was good.
Taken aback by it too the first time I had it, but
it doesn't help that I'm going straight from caramel to strawberry.
Yeah. But a good to know thing is the
a good to know thing. You mean a good thing to know?
Yes.
A good to know thing.
Or a quote good to know end quote thing. That's how I was saying it, and it still sounds weird.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right.
Fuck you. It sounded right in my head. But all of their coffee and latte flavorings and syrups they have no preservatives in them.
Au naturel.
Yes, and they're made with cane sugar. So I think they're natural flavors too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, they have all organic shit there too. It's amazing.
Yeah.
All the coffees are good. Anyways, so that's what we're drinking today. Delicious. Steak and eggs and steak. That's what we will have for breakfast.
What the fuck are you talking about? What are you on about, Jamie?
You've never seen that episode of Family Guy, I take it.
You know what? I probably have and just aren't recognizing it because Dylan and I binge watched Family Guy when it was on Hulu. It's on Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. A lot of when I binge watch stuff, a lot
It's
of it
harder
doesn't
to
stick
remember.
out. Yeah, a lot of it doesn't stick out to me.
Mm-hmm.
I just have a shit memory to begin with.
Yeah.
Unless like something very defining happened. Whereas like Family Guy, a lot of it's just mind. It's funny, but a lot of it's like mind numbing stuff to me personally. So it doesn't like stick in my brain.
Well, when Family Guy was big, I was in high school, and it wasn't. You couldn't binge watch it unless you bought it.
Yeah.
So when there would be like new episodes on, it would just be that one or two episodes or whatever that aired, and then everyone would talk about it the next day at school.
That makes sense.
And we would quote it incessantly over and over again. It was a big thing when I was in high school.
Yeah.
So a lot of the stuff that happened on that show is ingrained in my brain forever. Forever will that be
ingrained in your membrane? I know that's not the right word, but it works.
Ingrained in my membrane.
Ingrained in my brain.
I love that. That was good.
I feel like that works a little better than insane.
Yeah.
But I mean, it depends on this situation, I suppose.
Situation.
Like you can be insane in the membrane.
Yeah.
Insane in your brain. You can also be. I'm done talking.
Yeah. All right. On that note, we have more of AI written supernatural episodes.
We said we were going to keep reading it to you guys, and then we ceased. So
we ceased to deliver, but now we're delivering. Sorry, we don't deliver like Amazon does. It takes us a few weeks.
Jeffrey Bezos. Oh, I lost my spot. Well, I got to stop this anyways. That way it doesn't cut us off mid.
Yep. It's turning red.
Oh, real quick. Dylan has learned what the word mid means, and now he uses it ironically, and I think that's really funny.
What?
You know what the word mid means? Like something's mid. It's like medium. It's like, yeah. He just goes, that's mid as a joke now. Like randomly.
I'm probably going to start doing that too. I love making fun of stupid slang.
I know.
I'll make fun of it until it becomes part of my language.
I did that with the word same, and I did that with the word fam.
I did that with fam, bro.
I did that with bro.
What else?
I did that with word. When I go word, I was doing that to be funny, silly at first, and now it's actually my vocabulary. And now every time I say word, I just think of the scene in Austin Powers where Dr. Evil goes, "I'm with it. I'm hip." Every time.
See, I think of Cotton McKnight and Pepper from Dodgeball.
I've never seen that movie.
You have never seen Dodgeball?
No.
What the fuck, Mary? You're fired.
What do you mean I'm fired? This is my equipment. That's so funny.
Oh my god, there's so much in life you're missing, Mary.
I think I'll have to add that to my watch list.
You have to.
Yeah. In the meantime, we should read this.
Yes, for sure. We are on Act 2 of Supernatural. Mary is playing the part of Sam. I'm playing the part of Dean. And
we're just taking turns in between, I think, like we did last time.
Yeah, I think. Well, this starts off. Ruby is now here.
Do you want to be Ruby?
2. Yeah, since she's talking to Sam, I might as well do Ruby. Bobby's library day. Sam is sitting on the edge of a bed, still screaming as Ruby comes into the room. Hey,
Ruby?
Oh, I found your stuff.
My what?
Your hyperbolic logic gun. You didn't think we'd need both at once, did you?
I don't understand.
Well, in the opposite direction, yes, you do.
Why are you helping?
Well, it's kind of your thing, isn't it?
Sam looks taken aback.
You want to tell me how you pulled this off?
No.
No?
No, I don't want to.
No, you don't either.
Sam looks taken aback.
What's the matter? You don't think it's right?
It's awesome.
Ruby chuckles. It is, isn't it?
It is, but
it's not what you think.
Yeah, well, I don't either.
We do this all the time. We build something, we destroy it.
Yeah, but
it's not just destruction, it's inspiration.
Yeah, well, we're not exactly awesome here, are we, huh?
No, you're not exactly awesome either.
Interior warehouse night.
And now I'm Dean again. I don't know, man. Where's Ruby?
Bobby. She's your hell buddy.
Who's her?
Bobby to Sam. She's your human cannonball, and you're twiddling your thumbs. Sam. Bobby, what are you talking about? Bobby. When you wanted to send this mass back to hell, we were there to help.
Dude, you've never fired a shot in your life.
Point is, we couldn't stop Lilith. We took a stand. We're not just us. We're the big boys.
Yeah, well, when you got Godzilla and Mothra on your ass, best get out of their way and let them fight.
Yeah, but when they start spraying us with bees, we start spraying them back.
Huh. I've heard your story before. He lifts a large bottle of drain cleaner. What's that for?
When they found out we were using them a weapon, they started spraying us back.
Well, that's not helping.
Look, we don't have time for Mothra and Godzilla fighting. We gotta take a stand. Bobby, what are you even talking about? Well, look, it's not like we're just gonna sit idly by and watch them get torn apart. We can't be cowboys and warriors when it comes to eldritch abominations.
So what, you're just gonna let them eat your babies?
Look, guys, we don't play cowboys and warriors. That's why I took off.
You're just gonna leave us in the lurch?
Look, I've been through this already, you know? There's no rush.
Oh, so you're just gonna let them eat your babies?
There's two of them, Dean. If one of them gets loose, we're dead. You know what? Babies are sacred. If one of them gets loose, they're going to take out that dad-me instinct and start killing the other one. You're not going to make that deal, Sammy. I just don't want to get in the redacted with you. It's literally redacted.
We don't know what it is.
No, it's just a bunch of asterisks.
Yep. Whatever
Look,
AI wants it to be.
There's 3 of us in this situation and I'm outmanned. I can take care of myself, thanks.
Well, that's what you're for, isn't it?
Yeah. Listen, if you want to see mom and dad again, you know what to do.
Yeah?
Take off.
You're insane, Sammy. Just forget about it, okay? Sam wasn't even talking.
I know. Dean, I know the road you're on. This isn't the road. If you want to get off, you've got to start somewhere.
You're insane too, Bobby.
You're right. But Dad's dead, and that void's going to get filled by something else. Maybe it'll be somebody better. I don't know. Why is Bobby talking about their dad?
Talking about filling the void with somebody better than their dad.
Bobby means himself.
Yeah. Dean. Okay, leaning over next to him. Hey, I got something that's gonna get us home.
What?
We got a human pulse. If it works, we should be home in no time. The fuck?
You're not going to do this, Dean.
Well, I won't if you don't pull me out. You know what? I've been drinking demon blood all along. Didn't make a lick of difference. And that was Dean.
Bobby, why do you thump me?
To send a message.
You're not going to do this, Dean.
You're right. I don't want to. But what good is it? What difference would it make? I killed Dad. I'm not going to make the same mistake.
And that takes us to Act 3?
Yep. Which we will do next time.
Yep. God, what the hell?
Make sense of that what you will, guys.
I can't even make sense of that. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad we're back.
Same. It's nice to be back in this studio that is a little bit under renovation right now.
Yeah, it's still a little bit of a mess, but it looks better. We
so nice.
repainted the walls. We just got to put up the decoration. We still have to paint the ceiling. And I don't know if we're going to steam clean the carpet. I know Dylan was talking about it, but
yeah, I mean, it needs it.
Yeah,
every once in a while. But it's so much nicer in here. It feels so much more open. There's all the equipment's in order for the most part now, so things will be a little easier. And that's kind of what was also keeping us from recording a little bit too, is just the room renovation kind of needed to be done. We also in our area had a tornado blow through that took out power for days.
We didn't have power for like 4 days.
Yeah, everyone was on survival mode for a while.
It's been a rough few weeks.
Yeah,
because like after we lost power for 4 days, the day after, our car broke.
Oh,
yeah. And then Dad's phone broke,
mm-hmm.
and then our fridge broke, and then my phone broke.
Mm-hmm.
It's
a lot
just
of stuff breaking.
It's just been thing after thing, and then on top of like working, trying to keep up with all the house stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm exhausted because like every time there's like a change in weather or seasons, it just like bogs me down.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been trying to like work myself out of that, and I'm getting there. I'm doing a lot better. I did a lot of stuff yesterday that I'm really proud of myself for. So
good job, Mary.
Shank.
I'm proud of you too.
Shank. Thanks, Mom.
Aw, thanks, Mom. I don't think I have anything else.
No.
Yeah, I think that's at it.
Yeah, well,
that's at it. It you I is a EIOU.
EIEIO. But we're glad to be back, and this is going to be a more regular thing again. We don't plan to let it drop off anytime soon. We've got some plans.
Yes.
Every time Dylan or I say we've got a plan, we just think of Red Dead Redemption 2 because one of the characters, Dutch, very often he says, "I have a plan." Arthur, I have a plan. That's a very good game. I need to get back to playing that again. I love that game so much because
if I like were more of a gamer, those are the games I'd be playing.
Yeah. I finished the storyline and then I restarted it from the beginning so I could do all the like fun stuff because you've got the main like storyline.
Yeah.
Then there's a bunch of side quests. There's a bunch of side challenges. You can find stuff for the people in the camp. So like right now I'm just kind of running around finding like dinosaur bones for a professor. I've been trying to find all like the herbs that you can find to make like different remedies and stuff for like your health and stamina and stuff. And I've been practicing like I can't say I've been because I haven't been playing it recently. Recently, what video game I have been playing a lot is Ranch Simulator, which is literally just about homesteading and farming and stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's nice. It's fun. I just built a barn and a house, and two of my 4 chickens died. Just randomly.
So like sorry for those virtual chickens.
I came back home and they were just dead, and I was like, well, I guess I get to sell some meat.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of coming back to dead things,
whoa!
Back when I used to play The Sims a lot, and I could never play Sims at my house because our computer was a Windows 98 computer that my parents bought in 1998. So it literally was old as fuck. And I loved Sims so much because I loved building houses on there. I mean, like playing out the characters that you made was fun too. Playing God is fun, but I just liked building the houses and decorating them the most.
Yeah, me too.
But I remember I'd go over to my friend's house, my friend Courtney, because she had it. She had The Sims 2, and that was the newest one at the time.
Yeah.
And we decided that we were going to make the entire cast of Twilight.
I think Dylan's told me about this.
Really?
Yeah.
So we made all of Twilight, and we had to go like eat dinner or something. And we're like, okay.
Yeah, he definitely told me this.
We're gonna set up all of the characters to do a bunch of tasks while we're gone, so they shouldn't, be screaming for food and have to go to the bathroom and just making mess everywhere. So we're like, we'll set them all up, so they should be good. And we did that. We ate dinner. Like an hour went by. We came back, and Edward is screaming and stomping and just in hysterics over Bella, who was not there, and she was like in the hallway as an urn because she fucking died in the upstairs hallway of our house that we made for the Cullens. And we're like, what the fuck happened? And we didn't know. We didn't know how she died. How did she die? I don't know.
That's
because
so funny.
you couldn't have vampires in that game.
Right.
It's not like anyone killed her.
Yeah.
She just died in a
what
hallway.
If she, like, starved or like combusted?
I don't know. Like, and we don't know. We'll never know.
No.
But we came back. We literally came back and zoomed into the house to see where they were all at, and we found that scene of just Edward bawling over Bella dead there.
Accurate.
And we cry laughed for like 20 minutes.
Do you mean the entire plot of New Moon?
Yup.
Oh,
it was
gosh.
a crazy accurate game.
God. I think Sims 2 is the only Sims I haven't played. Because I had The Sims for my PlayStation 2. And then after that, I went straight to Sims 3 on my PlayStation 3. And then Dylan, when I started dating Dylan, he got me Sims 4 when he got his PlayStation 4. So I've never played Sims 2.
Oh, okay.
That's the only one I haven't touched. But I can't play Sims anymore. I really want to. But it is, The Sims 4 is just so boring.
Really?
And they have
God.
so much mods. So many mods, so many custom content, yeah. There's a lot of downloadable content, like stuff like that. There's just so much that can make the game fun, but it's not fun because they took out so many of the elements that makes the Sims. Like there's no robbers. There's it's incredibly easy to make and keep your money. There's not really any consequences for stuff anymore. You can't have any cars. It doesn't feel like Sims.
They took out the challenge.
Yeah, it's not.
There was
it's
like the
not,
fun, weird, challenging aspects of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like
So
that.
I hooked our PlayStation 3 back up to our TV, and I started playing The Sims 3 on our PlayStation 3, and then I just switch out Sims 3 for my Friends discs, and I just watch Friends, and then when like I'm putting Jay to sleep and everything, and then I'll play Sims 3 here and there, like not very often, but
yeah.
God,
I would love
Christ.
to play The Sims, but I know how I am with it, and if I start playing it, I won't stop, and then my whole household will get neglected, and I'll even neglect myself. I won't eat, and that's not because I'm an addict. It's because
you're just a bad game of Sims.
Yeah.
Every time we make a Bo Burnham reference, take a shot or put a dime in a jar or something.
I'm actually thinking about on one of our astrology episodes dissecting his birth chart.
Do it.
And we'll just look at it and just talk about it.
Yeah.
Because it'd be fun. Because it is very interesting. And I haven't even looked at where his lucky streaks are in his birth chart. But I'm interested because he is lucky for being an internet sensation and then becoming famous for it. And then doing shows.
It's gonna be famous.
Yep.
I love that show so much. Bo Burnham, if you're listening, we're huge fans.
We're huge fans.
Oh my God, I
love you. I love Bo Burnham.
I'm a better 666. Oh, Illuminati. Oh, I know it's not right.
No, Satan, you taste so good.
I love that that show. The entirety of his show, What, lives rent free in my head.
Oh my
Especially left brain and right brain. There's
Really?
when you're watching What on Netflix,
Mhm.
he doesn't do this in, like, if you're listening to it on Spotify, you might be able to find it on YouTube. But then for sure on the Netflix one, when he is doing left brain and right brain and they're like bickering at each other,
Yeah.
right brain goes, left brain plays with toys, Johnny fucking toy player. And that stuck in my brain, and it also stuck in Stevie's brain. And I remember one time she accidentally said that in front of a teacher and got in trouble. It was so funny. Anyways,
That's funny.
we should probably wrap this up. We wanted to keep these a little shorter because we've got a lot to do.
Yes.
But I do want to mention before we go, we are thinking about starting a Discord server. We don't know exactly how that's going to work yet, but if that is like something you're interested in, please reach out to us so we can.
The email. We have our email.
I'll link it in the description. But if a Discord server is something that you would interact with and you're interested in, please reach out to us so we can plan the Discord accordingly and figure out how that's going to work.
I think we can do a poll on our Facebook group too.
Yeah.
Just for the people on Facebook. I know some people just don't do. Some people only do specific social medias.
Yeah. Which is why I'm trying to like branch out as much as we can.
Yeah.
That way we are accommodating everybody that we can.
So we're reaching everyone that we can, and everyone can be more people can be included. And
so yeah, we're thinking about starting a Discord. We have a Facebook page, which I will also link. We have an Instagram page as well, which I will link, and a TikTok page. So please check those out if you want to. And again, I'll link the email so you can reach out to us. We are very open and receptive to recommendations for topics to talk about. We would love to like answer questions if you have any stories you'd like to share. We love interacting, and we love being able to talk to other people. And that's a lot of the reason why we're doing what we're doing, is so we can interact with other people. So
we welcome a lot of you to send us some goofy opinions that you have of things that are just really weird and out there.
100%.
And then we can kind of talk about them too.
Send us an Am I the Asshole story so we can
Oh
judge
my
you.
God, yes. Literally.
I love listening to those on, like, literally like half my TikTok For You page is those people doing the parkour Minecraft maps with the Am I the Asshole stories playing over it. I love those. I also love the Subway Surfer one. I don't watch the background stuff. I only listen to the stories, but
I come across a lot of like the Dusty Thunder Am I the Asshole stories.
Dusty Thunder?
Yeah.
That sounds like a really bad
I think he's a
sex move.
podcast.
Sorry.
It's an old man. It's an old man porn move.
Yeah.
Here comes the Dusty Thunder.
Oh! Yuck.
Comes out and it's just dust.
Your mama's so old that when she breastfeeds, it looked like this.
Yes. Yup. White Chicks.
Oh my God.
Fucking love that movie.
Anyways,
so we're working on branching out, reaching more people. I think we're gonna create a link tree too, so it's easier for people to find us on whatever platform that you use most. We'll be doing polls, and I know we've said this before that we're going to integrate video while we're recording.
We were supposed to do that today, and then we kind of
well, the room's not done yet. We have to get more things in order first, so we are sorry about that, because we're definitely we're excited to do video for sure.
Now that I actually have a nice phone too. It has a really nice camera on it.
Yeah, it's nice and new. That'll be nice. And now we're using state-of-the-art equipment.
I know,
for videoing.
We're professionals.
We know what we're doing. But that's the whole point. You got to start somewhere, and phone cameras work just fine. And a lot of them take really good pictures. Like, there's a lot of professional people on the internet that have really nice pictures, and they're phone pictures.
I took a selfie on Snapchat and sent it to my friends yesterday, and I was looking and I was like, you can see every fucking pore on my face. Like, every single pore.
Some things are just too much. Yeah. Why do you think people looked so good in the 50s on TV? Because there was no high definition anything.
That's fair. They were also all hopped up on cocaine, so.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Everything was also half black and white most of the time.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that is it for this episode. Thank you for listening, and I hope you return for the next episode.
Yeah.
That's always a gamble for me and Mary. Maybe this is the episode where people are like, meh, I don't like them anymore.
We're done.
Canceled.
Yeah. God, canceled.
Canceled.
Christ. Like a bad TV show. Okay.
Yeah. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.